All right, how y'all doing tonight? It's your girl Linkie Love here, and this is Let's Talk Relationships with Linkie Love. Yes, we are still in February. This is still Black History Month, and we are still in a month of love. However, I might continue this series here and there. We shall see after this month is over. All right, so tonight I was inspired by a conversation with a friend for this topic. Friend of mine, we were talking. We always talk about relationships. We always have relationship troubles. We are two of the nicest, sweetest, kindest people that you would ever meet, and we make great partners. But unfortunately, we've had some issues when it comes to relationships. I've shared some of mine in previous talks, and I'm working on me healing, all that good stuff. But my friend and I were talking, and she said that someone gave her some advice that if you're going to be in a relationship, if you're going to be the stud, the more masculine one, the more dominant, then you have to handle up on your partner. And I'm like, okay. And she was like, yeah, and I tried it and it worked. And I'm like, okay, and she was like, that's what you need to do. You need to stop being so, easygoing and handle up. So in my mind, it's like, what I'm gonna start calling people bitches? Bitch, move. I can't, that's not me. And I was like, that's not me. I don't know. But I thought about it for a while. I'm like, well, start analyzing myself. I'm pretty easygoing. And I realized I'm pretty damn passive. Actually, I'm passive aggressive. I'm going to be pretty like, yeah, whatever you want to do, yeah. Even if it's something that I don't want to do, I'm going to agree with it. And then you piss me off, and I'm going to growl and bite and scratch and kick. And so that's not good. Still working on me, okay? And so that brought me to communication styles. So in essence, that's what it's all about. If somebody say, what are we doing tonight? I don't know, whatever you want to do. Or they want to do something and you're like, well, I really don't want to do it, but I'm just going to go and agree with it because I don't want to fight. I don't want to be combative or unagreeable or be perceived as an uneasy person or what have you. So I just go with it, right? And so those are communication styles. We have passive, aggressive, and assertive. Now I'm going to talk about each one. I can tell you as a therapist, the number one issue I see from couples who come into my office is communication issues. Not saying what you mean, not meaning what you say, and even maybe an aggressive tone. So let's talk about each one. Let's talk about when you're passive. This is a person that's being emotionally dishonest, indirect, inhibited, self-denying, blaming, apologetic. Yeah, that's all me. Others' rights and needs take precedence over mine. I think my biggest issue, I don't like conflict. Now, I'll argue with you when it's time, but in relationships, I really don't like conflict. And a lot of times, I put myself on the back burner, but I'm working on that. I'm working on putting myself first. All right, then you have passive-aggressive communication. That's also me. This is when you're emotionally dishonest, indirect, self-denying at first, and then self-enhancing at the expense of others later. You get pissed off, you done cussed everybody out in the room. Okay? And here, I subtly make clear that my rights and needs prevail. So instead of doing it from the beginning, you wait till the stuff hit the fan to start going off on people. That is not good. And then we have aggressive communication. This is where you are inappropriately honest, like just being just blunt, direct, expressive, attacking people. You ain't ish, and your food tastes like dog crap. I mean, I don't know. You're blaming people, controlling, self-enhancing at the expense of others. And one example they have here is I boldly insist that my rights and needs prevail. I don't give a damn what nobody else say. It's going to be my way or the highway. Okay? Now, those are not good communication styles at all. The better one to have is assertive communication. This is appropriately honest, direct, self-enhancing, expressive, self-confident, empathetic to the emotions of all involved. Example, I clearly express that we both have rights and needs. So respecting others, respecting yourself, and communicating what you want and what you need. Not at the expense of others, not at the expense of yourself, but finding that balance, finding that healthy balance. Now, as I go back to my friend scenario, when my friend, and I know she's going to correct me if I'm wrong, what I was thinking in my mind was her taking more of an aggressive stance. And then in return, her partner responded in a more agreeable way. Now, that could be because that's the type of communication that they're accustomed to. People speaking to them more aggressively than in more probably passive ways, right? And that's where the issue comes in relationships. We have to learn our partners. We have to learn what they respond to, what they don't respond to. And if we have experienced some relationship trauma where people spoke to us aggressively, or even childhood trauma where people spoke aggressively, we have to work on accepting the assertive communication versus just the aggressive. Well, I don't think you love me if you're not aggressive with me. That's not good. Love is not necessarily aggressive at all, but one can assert their wants and their feelings. So that's just something I wanted to share briefly with you all. Communication. You need to know how to communicate what you want in relationships. We can't assume our partners know what we're talking about. You could be with somebody for 100 years, and you can't assume that you know what they want and what they desire, or that they know what you want and desire if you don't communicate that with them. So take some time out of your day, take some time out for the week, and check in with each other. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? What's good in our relationship? What's bad in our relationship? What do we need to work on? Writing some things down that maybe you didn't really like or care about that happened, and having the opportunity to sit down together and just talk about it and work on it. You're not complaining. You're trying to work on your relationship. Healthy communication brings a healthy relationship. All right, so that's my time this evening. I hope something that was said reached you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Y'all be blessed.